Namaste all. Today is Natural Ecology Group 80th webinar, and today's topic is Introduction to Eco-Friendly Living in Cities and Urban Areas by Suresh. And the theme is how one can live completely eco-friendly in urban metro cities to reduce the global warming. And to before we go for an introduction about the presenter, here I want to take one short details to share. What a common man can do for an eco-friendly living, because migration of people from rural to urban area is real. No air pollution, water pollution, land pollution to highly pollution is also real. Flash floods, severe drought is real. Global warming, climate change is real. And human beings are becoming conscious people to senseless people is also real. And we have transitioned, we are deviated from a natural eco living to chemicals rich modern living is also real. Now, as a educated people, as a urban people, what we are doing? We want to everyone to change. We are active in social media to share, forward, express our eco-friendly attitude, just like an actor in movie. But how about a common man inspired from rural living and implemented many eco-friendly styles, techniques, useful ways at one location to show what a common being can do to have a natural eco-living in the urban life? I mean, when I say this, what thoughts will come to in your mind uh, to reduce the global warming or to have a eco-friendly living? Simply a terrace gardening. Someone say solar power. Someone say biogas. Someone say composting. Someone say rainwater harvesting. Many things. But now today we are going to know Mr. Sola Suresh ji experiences, the man who invented or identified or implemented successfully, and also given teaching, giving his teachings to many to start all such things on their own. Uh, he himself is a Mr. Sola Suresh, popularly known as, and a brief introduction about him. He is an IIT Madras and IMT Ahmedabad graduate, and he invented all these things to make it sharp and make it short and to hear more about from him. I quote his words, and all these things are not rocket science. For the most of things, what he has done, he has taken ideas from the villages. Nothing is original. A 3 kilowatt standalone rooftop solar system to generate electricity to start with, and when the in the Chennai, he lives in Chennai, and when the Varda cyclone hit the Chennai, entire city has no power. But in his home, all lights in his home and TV is running, and the neighbors who came to his home to charge their cell phones. So that's a brief introduction and how it is going to be in today's presentation. So Suresh ji, all people are waiting. We have a YouTube live is going on and Zoom is going on. Please unmute yourself and over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I make a beginning with giving certain credits. This is mainly to Natural Eco Living and also Mr. Sudhir. We got connected through a common friend in Chennai, Pratika area. Thank you for inviting me to talk about. My general topic is climate change and what we can do about it. But Sudhir has very aptly rephrased it alternately, how one can live eco-friendly in urban metro cities. I've deliberately omitted the word completely. I've not completely done it. There are still one or two projects pending in my place. Therefore, I'm slightly modifying what Sudhir has said, how one can live eco-friendly in urban metro cities. I have to reduce global warming.
Sir, please share your screen, sir.
This is my screen. Wait, this is my screen. This is my screen.
No, share it once again.
No, you are not able to see?
Yes, sir. We are not able to see.
I don't know how to. Let me exit.
No, just click on the share screen button and again you will do the repeat.
Get that share screen button. For this, I have to exit this presentation. I can't see Share
No,
screen button at the bottom.
No, click the escape button in your laptop.
Yeah, I clicked the escape button,
Uh,
but my screen is here. I don't see any icons at the bottom.
no, sir. In the Zoom, you will see. Please.
I see slideshow, as a reading view, slide sorter, normal. I don't see any other icon.
Okay, do one thing, sir. Close your PPT and open it once again.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
Now in the Zoom, you will see share screen button.
I'm sorry, I still don't see. Shall I exit and reconnect?
Yes, sir. Please do that, sir.
Totally. I leave the meeting. I unmuted myself.
Yes, sir. Please try now, sir.
Now I unmuted myself and now start my video. I started my video.
Yeah.
Still, there is no icon here for share screen.
Okay. Do one thing, sir. You send it to me through email. I'll share it on behalf of you, and you can continue.
I send my PPT to you by email, through email.
Yes, sir.
What is your email ID?
I'll ping you, sir.
You give me your email ID.
Yeah, I'll ping you.
No, don't ping me. I'll write it down. Tell me. I'm not tech savvy. I'm a old timer.
Okay. Naturalecoliving@gmail.com.
Natural
ecoliving@gmail.com.
ecoliving@gmail.com. Can you see my screen now?
We are able to see your video, sir, not your screen. So in the Zoom, you can say the rectangle button with up arrow in the green color.
No. Can you see my screen now?
No, sir. Now try, sir.
Pardon?
Now try again to sharing the screen.
No, that icon is not there at all. Only if the icon is there, I can try. There's no icon.
You are a co-host. Okay.
Share screen icon is not there. And I don't know how to share my PowerPoint presentation. That also I'm struggling.
Can you send that to me, sir? Presentation.
How to send that to you? That's what I'm trying to see. I got the presentation here. Oh, share. It says share. No, I'm sorry. I really don't know. Yeah, I got the share screen now.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah. Hope this succeeds. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So enter the presentation mode, sir.
Yeah.
Right, sir. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you. Saving grace. As I said, I'm making minor correction. My eco-friendly living is not complete. Still, one or two processes are pending. I'll talk about it. So, and I've demonstrated that all these things are possible and we can do it completely. I have no knowledge about what I've done. Still, I've experimented and I executed the projects one by one. I'm going to start with a 2.5 minutes video. This is made by an institution called Better India. It's a very good organization. Just a 2.5 minutes video.
Free electricity for next 20 years, no power cuts, free food, free cooking gas, and free water. This house behind me is where all of these things are free. You don't believe me? We're back with another episode of Sustainable Homes, and this time we are in Chennai. We are here to meet a man named Suresh. Interesting name, isn't it? His story is even more interesting than his name. So let's go meet him.
I found the various solutions. All the solutions are very, very simple. Anybody can do it. A common man can do it. There's no rocket science. It's economically feasible, practically doable. Technology is not rocket science. Very, very simple. Very simple. House is almost 50 years old. December 1937, constructed. But all these installations are done one by one. The first one was rainwater harvesting, which is installed 25 years ago. Then, as I said, January 2012, I installed my rooftop solar plant. I have a huge house, 4-bedroom hall kitchen, nearly 25 lights and 15 fans. February 2013, I installed my biogas plant, domestic biogas plant. Because the domestic biogas plant, different capacities are available. I installed a 1 cubic meter capacity. I feed about 3 to 4 kg per day, and I don't feed on a daily basis. I feed depending on my convenience, mostly on a weekly basis. That's about 15-20 kg waste per week. In the biogas, methane gas is produced. There's no pressure in the gas. Therefore, the cooking is a little slow. There's a separate stove for this. The burner holds a plate. From the plant, I was getting the organic manure. I started my terrace kitchen garden. By middle of 2013, I started that. Though I have the terrace for over 50 years, I didn't do anything. In the last 5-6 years, after installing the biogas, when I started getting the organic manure, I scratched my head. Why should I throw it? Why not I use it? So kept to use. I worked on adding pots. Today I got nearly 150 pots. Because of humidity, there's a lot of moisture in the air. This is something like an air conditioner. There's a compressor which compresses this moisture in the air and produces the drinking water. It is as simple as that. And that's a 2.5 minutes video. It's gone viral all over the world. There will be some repetitions. You got to kindly excuse me for this. People are moving towards artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, digitization. This is what everybody is now talking about doing. Whereas I am going back to tradition, I am going back to roots for the purposes of sustainability. Sustainability is one word which is being used rampantly without proper understanding. A dictionary meaning avoiding using up natural resources. This is what NELG is also trying to do. How to conserve the natural resources, how avoid using up natural resources. I've done 8 projects in my house. Rainwater harvesting. I'm doing it in a chronological order as to what I've done. Then rooftop solar plant, domestic biogas. I got a terrace kitchen garden. I created a forest atmosphere. I have an air to water generator. I developed a solar car, probably the first in India. Solar charging station for the electrical 2-wheelers. Wastewater recycling. This is pending in my house, but this I've installed it in other houses. What I've done, it's very simple, no rocket science. I'm repeating it again and again. I've taken all my ideas from the villages. They're all being done earlier. People have forgotten it. I'm trying to bring them back, revive them back completely. Practically doable, technologically feasible technology is available today. Even earlier it was available, economically viable. Everybody asks a question, can we do it? Yes, you can do it. If I can do it, you can also do it. environment friendly. This is the final completely. The first project is rainwater harvesting. There are two types. First is known as filter, store, and reuse. Rainwater is the purest form of water. Today, what's happening? It is getting drained away. People are not applying their mind. Those days in the villages, rains used to fall. They used to gather that in a vessel. That's what I'm doing. The name is very fancy, rainwater harvesting. Nothing but old practice of gathering rainwater. You see here, water falls on the terrace. Rainwater is very pure. It takes some impurities in the terrace. I bring all the water from various pipes to one place. This is a filtration plant. The impurities are filtered in this filtration plant. This consists of pebbles, charcoal, and sand in 3 layers. This is nothing but a sedimentation plant. We have studied this in school. In elementary school, we have studied this. Water gets filtered. The water comes out here in the outlet pipe. That water is potable, drinking water. I collect this water in an open well. In my house, I have open well. I'm lucky to have it, so I'm using it. If you don't have an open well nowadays, you can store it in a sump or in a drum also. Today, storage medium is available. We can store it anywhere. The message is filter, store, and then reuse. Common mistake what people do. I've seen many houses, apartment complexes mainly. The builders either they don't know or they found shortcuts. They take the water from the terrace, put it below the ground. They reach at the ground. That's a big mistake. Rainwater should always be stored and reused. I have an open well. People are all soil permitting, you must have an open well. Hyderabad city may be difficult because it's a rocky structure, but many places the soil will permit open well. The idea of open well is water is falling on all sides. By having open well, I'm giving a provision for water to seep in. If you don't have open well, you don't allow the water to seep in. Then where will the water go? That's where floods are occurring. You must allow water to seep in and store. So this is filter, store, and reuse. There's no daily maintenance. The cost is only one-time piping cost and this drum. This filtration material, there's no wear and tear. I take it out every year, wash it, clean it, and put it back before the monsoon. Very, very simple system. Next one, I saw water stagnating in my house and also outside my house in the street. Water stagnation means mosquitoes, germs, health hazard. So here you see, I've taken the water below the ground. This groundwater, I can take it below the ground to recharge my groundwater. This is to avoid mosquitoes. I've taken an 8 inches diameter, 20 inches slotted pipe. I've inserted that into the ground. So water goes inside the ground. So water does not stagnate. Here also, if you have large runoff water, you can probably create a small tank, store that water. That's also possible. More and more you store it and reuse it, that's the right solution. My water storage is not very high, so I want to avoid the mosquitoes, so I'm recharging the groundwater. This is the second time. Again, there is no maintenance. These things are done 30 years ago. You see this water, this is the terrace, this is the filtration tank. This is on the filtration tank to the where my water is falling. See that? Next, I move over to my solar installation, rooftop solar plant. I've installed a 3 kilowatt system. I installed it as early as January 2012, almost 8-9 years ago. My entire house is connected, including 2 air conditioners. If wherever I go, people ask a question, can we connect air conditioners? It's a logical question because air conditioner consumes more power. People are interested in saving more power. I connected 2 air conditioners. I extruded water heater. The water heater requires a different technology called solar thermal. What I'm using is solar photovoltaic. So water heater is extruded, and I extruded 15 amp points, 15 amp plugs. That is your induction heaters, oven, and things like that. Because that consumes more power, you need larger panels. Project becomes unviable. There are 2 types in rooftop solar. I'm talking only about rooftop solar. I'm not talking about the ground-mounted megawatt scale. No, I'm not talking about it. My entire focus is on smaller households, individual schools, colleges, office buildings, factories, very, very small. I'm not talking about megawatt scale, ground mounted, no. So in the rooftop, there are two types. One is known as off-grid with battery backup. The other one is known as on-grid without battery backup. I'll first talk about on-grid. There's no battery. Morning to evening, solar generates electricity that is powering your entire house. Evening, you take the grid power. There's no sun available, you take the grid power. That's why it's known as on-grid system. In this, there's one drawback. Mark my words very carefully. During daytime, if there's a power cut, even if sun is shining, it will not produce electricity. Therefore, you go for a battery backup. Today, electricity can be stored only in batteries. I mean, there are different types of batteries, but the concept wise, electricity can be stored only in the batteries. Here what happens, morning to evening solar produces electricity that powers my house. That solar, that electricity, I store it in the battery. After sunset, my battery takes the load. So morning to evening solar, evening battery takes the load. During daytime or night time, if there is a power cut, battery will take up the load. There's no manual intervention. You don't have to get up and switch on anything, switch off anything. Everything is automated. Probably I'm one of the earliest houses in India. I've automated both off-grid and on-grid system. In the on-grid, there's one more benefit available in many states now. During daytime, you produce electricity. You don't consume everything. Anything excess, you can give it back to the government, you give it back to the grid. This is known as net metering. Terms and conditions apply. You give it, they give certain credits back to you. They don't give you 100%. It varies between 30% to 90%. State to state, it varies. The message is there's no wastage. You give access to the government, they give a credit, you use that credit later on or in the evening time. So this is known as off-grid and on-grid net metering scheme. I will explain to you. There's no pollution in solar. What is my objective of doing it? No pollution. I do not consume fossil fuels, petroleum, coal. Therefore, I save foreign exchange for the country. This is my biggest contribution to the society. Generally, in a common forum, I'm a little reluctant to talk about it, but here I said, let me venture to talk, let people know about it. Common man is not interested in all those things. He will say, sir, leave this thing to the government. What is in it for me? I'll tell you what is in it for the common man. I'll go through that one by one. You know separate wiring required. You install the panel on the rooftop, bring the cable to the inverter, connect it to the mains in your main. All exclusions, you do it in the main only. So no separate wiring. No daily maintenance. I'm the laziest person under the sun. I said rainwater harvesting, no daily maintenance. Solar, no daily maintenance. I save electricity. This is the biggest benefit for a common man. Protection against tariff increase. The panel life is about 25 years. Government is definitely going to increase the tariff over 25 years. Whenever they increase the tariff, if you have a solar plant, you will not be impacted by the tariff increase. Like in Chennai, I installed it in January 2012. The tariff was 3 rupees a unit. Subsequently, it was 575. Today, it is 6 rupees 60 paise. I'll feel happy if government increases to 8 rupees, 10 rupees, 25 rupees. Public, all of you will pay, I will not pay. The biggest benefit, protection against tariff increase. This is a solar plant in my house. This is a panel on my rooftop. The black box is the inverter. The white one is the battery. From the inverter, I connect it to the mains. This is a rooftop panel on my rooftop. This is a whole system. Extremely simple. 1 kilowatt requires approximately 100 square feet terrace area. I want you to observe this table very, very carefully. Like in the calendar days, you call it as BC and AD. I call it as before solar and after solar. The blue column, what you see, 2011, they're all before solar. I installed it in January 2012. So all the right-hand side, they're all after solar. Please focus on 1 month. In Chennai, we take the reading once in 2 months. They're all units of consumption. In August, I used to consume 1,740 units for 2 months. That has gone down to 400 units. In the year, I used to consume 8,100 units. That's gone down to 3,900. That's gone down to 2,700 the previous year. Assuming same lifestyle, I save more than 60-70%. The green mark I made, I had some guess, I had some extra consumption. Again, I'm repeating it. In a normal same lifestyle, I save 60-70% of electricity. Now I move to my next project, which is biogas. All of you heard about gobar gas plants. Those days in the farmhouses, in the villages, they used to burn cow dung to produce gas. My biogas is nothing but a gobar gas plant. In the cities, you don't get cow dung so easily, so I've substituted with kitchen waste. That's what I've done. So this is again an ancient technology. I produce cooking gas from kitchen waste. Kitchen waste meaning cooked food, uncooked food, spoiled food, the vegetables what you peel off. All these are known as kitchen waste. Terms and conditions apply, I'll come to that. I also get organic manure. When the gas is formed, this slurry comes out automatically, which is organic manure. So by using one resource, namely kitchen waste, I get two resources, cooking gas and organic manure. My main objective of biogas is health. It's not gas, it's not manure. What happens? All of you throw the waste outside, your kitchen waste. That breeds mosquitoes, germs, it's a health hazard. I recycle and reuse it. To that extent, I minimize health issue. Therefore, the objective of my biogas is health. Gas and manure are only incidental. They are products for me. Not gas, not manure. Solid waste management is the biggest problem all over the world, in every city. How to dispose of the solid waste? It all goes to landfills, as you just throw it away like that. Biogas is one of the solutions for the wet waste to be solved. Wet waste can be consumed, so it doesn't go to landfills. You can produce electricity using biogas. You have a slightly larger plant with 500 kg waste per day or 1000 kg waste per day. That gas, you can attach an external booster pump, increase the pressure, connect it to a normal generator. This is generator modified, you can produce electricity. I'm not talking anything futuristic. All these projects, I have done it in Chennai. Anybody wants to come, we can arrange to show it to them. They're all implemented, installed and working. Nothing is futuristic. If a large plant, there's one college here, we have installed a 1000 kg waste per day plant. We attached an external booster pump to increase the pressure. 2000 people cooking is done on biogas. It's a cyclical in nature. Students eat in the hostel, that waste goes into biogas. Biogas produces the gas, they use it for cooking. You understand the cyclical nature? I have a 1 cubic meter capacity. I feed approximately 3 to 4 kg per day. I generate 200 grams waste in my house. What do? I don't keep quiet. I collect it from neighbors. I collect it from 2 vegetable stores in my area. Either they give it to me or I go and collect it weekly once, weekly twice, depending on my convenience. Some work is involved. This is not an IT industry. Press the button, mouse, and you get a solution. No. Physically, some work is involved. By feeding 3 to 4 kg, I get about 15 kgs of gas. That's about 1 cylinder. That's my consumption in my house. But the same plant, 1 cubic meter capacity, I can feed 15-20 kgs waste per day. I can get 3 to 4 cylinders equivalent of gas in the month. It's possible to get it. Only kitchen waste to be used. No dry leaves. Please understand, no leaves. Only kitchen waste. Only organic waste. No citric item, no lemon, no orange, because they don't react with bacteria. Human waste can be fed into the biogas. I'm again repeating, this is not a futuristic project. I've done one project in Chennai. Somebody took my suggestion. If they are constructing a new house, we connected the human waste toilet to flush it. That waste goes into the biogas plant. One minor condition, you should not clean the toilet using Harpic or any other chemicals. That's not an issue because nowadays you get bioenzymes, you get lots of organic cleaning materials are all available. I have not done this in my house because my house is 50 years old. I need to do lots of breakages, so that is holding me. I have not done it. But I have demonstrated this in a new house. We can use human waste for producing biogas. No daily maintenance, no odor. Good items are skins of pumpkin, watermelon, fruit. I'm not talking about the fruit, the skins. I have an interesting experience here. 5-6 years ago, when I installed the biogas, I went to the market. I told that fellow, the fruit vendor, please give me the skins of this pumpkin. He asked me, don't you want the pumpkin fruit? I said, no, I don't want the fruit. I want the skin. Immediately he shouted on top of his voice, hey, some mad bugger has come. He wants to buy the skin. 15 fellows gathered around me to see what I'm doing. I explained to him, sir, there's a small correction. I'm not coming here to buy your skin. I am taking away your waste. You have to pay me 20 rupees. I was joking with him. I collect all these things from the market. Starting point is cow dung, I just told you. Science is like this. Cow dung generates bacteria. Bacteria reacts with the food to produce methane gas. The whole process is anaerobic methanization. That's the science. This is the front view of my biogas plant. This is the inlet wall where I do the feeding. This is a digester where gas is produced. This is a floating drum where gas is stored. There's the pipe through which I take it to the kitchen for cooking. Okay. Again, one or two small activities are there. Waste, you cannot just dump it like that. To crush it, soak it into water in a 1:1 proportion, make it like a pulp, and then only feed it, because that has to go into that pipe. So nowadays, market crushers are available. I've installed a crusher also. Put the waste into the crusher with the water. That crushes and gives me pulp that I feed it here. That's the only activity I need to do. Nothing else I need to do. This is my back view. You see there's an outlet wall here. The slurry comes out from here. I don't have to scoop it out. Correct? Slurry comes automatically. That's rich, concentrated, organic manure. For using it in the garden, I have to dilute it 1:1. 1% of manure, 1% of water, dilute it. Then only I can use it in the garden. It's an excellent organic manure. I'm moving on to my next project, which is terrace kitchen garden. Since I'm getting the manure, I said, why throw it? Why not I use it? You see here, I got lots of pots. I grow everything in pots. I want you to observe this slide a little carefully. I may ask a question a little later. I grow lots of vegetables. Some are seasonal, some are perennial, and I grow everything in pots only. But you can observe here, they're all plastic bags. They're made out of high density polythene. They are known as grow bags, very popularly available in the markets now. I was addressing a school. A 3-year-old girl asked me a question 4 years ago. Sir, you are talking about environment and pollution. Why are you using plastic bag? I immediately held my hand. I said, I'm sorry, madam, I made a mistake. Now I'll switch over to, I will now switch over to conventional pots. I'm also telling you, if anybody wants to go ahead with terrace gardening, please do not use these grow bags. They are available in the market. They are cheaper. The temptation is they're cheaper. Don't fall for temptation. Go back to regular mud pots. I'm trying to give this message to you. You see at the back, I have a modest house. It's not a big bungalow, just about 4,000 square feet. I've planted neem tree, bamboo tree, and almond tree. I already grow them wildly last 20-25 years. So from my terrace, this looks like this. I don't see the opposite houses. I don't see the roads. I'm in a world of my own. So this is kind of a resort I created, forest atmosphere I created. These are my terrace kitchen garden, different angles, different. Various vegetables. This is a list of the vegetables. Some are seasonal, some are perennial. I have no knowledge at all. I'm taking the guidance of 1 or 2 local nurseries. One lady is guiding me. I take her guidance and I do all this. Plus, I spend 15-20 minutes every day in the sunshine, so I get my vitamin D3 in my terrace. Next is air to water generator. See, this machine looks like a water cooler. The concept, the technology is like air conditioning. This consists of a compressor which compresses the moisture in the air and gives you drinking water. As simple as that. This technology was developed in Israel about 60 years ago. In Israel, there are no rivers, there are no water bodies. But in the desert condition, a lot of moisture early in the morning in the air. So they developed this technology. It's coming to India only last 3-4 years only. I've seen 3-4 manufacturers. This is made in Mumbai. Again, it's 100% made in India product. The compressor is Indian, made in Pune. Only 2 people making compressors in the world. One is US company, the other one is Japanese company. But with their collaboration, American collaboration, it's being made in Pune. This is entirely an Indian-made operation. There are adequate filters. The incoming air is filtered and taken. The outlet water is filtered and given out. You need to replace that filter once in 6 months or once in a year, like your RO plants or whatever that is. This is not an RO plant. This is not a water filter. Do not mistake. This produces water. This can be installed anywhere in the villages, schools, colleges, anywhere you can install it. People don't have to walk miles, kilometers to get water. It's just plug-in model. It runs on electricity. It consumes about half a unit of electricity per liter of water. The cost of the water will come to approximately 3 to 4 rupees a liter, depending on your tariff of your local region. In my house, of course, it works on solar. I plugged it in, my entire house is on solar. This is also working on solar. Again, no daily maintenance. Air conditioner, there's no daily maintenance. Once a year, you have to wait for AMC, they check the compressor, clean the filters. That's about all. This costs about 50,000 rupees. This is a 25 liters per day machine. They have 100 liters, 500 liters, 1000 liters machine also is available. This is my favorite project, solar car. Last decade, everybody is talking about electrical vehicles and electrical cars. Actually, electrical cars were introduced 50 years ago, but the oil lobby killed it. They paid money and they did not allow the electrical cars to come out into the market. But now oil lobby is losing their clout. Electrical cars have come into play. In US, you must have heard about it. Tesla, Elon Musk has introduced a very, very good car. It runs in one charge about 300 miles. That's 500 kilometers. He is originally a battery manufacturer. He developed a very good battery. His success is in the battery, not in the automobile. Then he fitted his battery into an automobile. And his electrical car is a very successful car. Now in India also, 3 or 4 brands are available. It's been introduced. They're a little expensive, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakhs and things like that. It will take some more time for the solar cars to become more popular in India. Electrical car, why it was introduced? For reducing pollution. IC engines, petrol, diesel, they produce more pollution. Therefore, electrical cars were introduced. But according to me, electrical cars is only a partial solution. It's not a full solution. What is an electrical car? It is driven by a battery. You need to charge the battery. Today, what you do? You charge the battery through current. You go to the grid, plug it in, it gets charged. How do you produce current? Using fossil fuels. I applied my mind. If I can charge my battery in my house, why can't I charge the battery in the car? The location of the battery is not relevant. So I bought an electrical vehicle. This is the first electrical vehicle made in India by a company called Maini 7-8 years ago. Now it was taken over by Mahindras and the Mahindras have messed it up. That's a different story. I bought a second-hand car. I gave a project to local engineering colleges, SRM University. I formed a cross-functional team, mechanical engineer, electrical, electronics, mechatronics. I asked them to do this. We bought the car. They retrofitted the panels on top and also on the bonnet. Now I can park the car in the sun for 3 hours. My battery gets charged. I can ride for 25 kilometers. The concept is proven. I need to change the battery. If you go for a new battery, nowadays you get lithium-ion battery. If you do that, maybe this can run for 200 kilometers also. I have my solar plant in my house. I bought a plug here outside the gate. That also I can plug it in. So 3 sources for this car. One is sun rays directly. Secondly, sun rays on my rooftop. I can connect it. I can also charge it through grid also. I can plug it to grid also. I'm driving this car in the streets of Chennai. Many people could not believe it. One person, when I was parking in the traffic signal, says, "Can I touch the car?" I said, "Please touch it." He thought it's a fancy car. No, it's a regular car. But now I've sold the car to the engineers because they wanted to do further experimentation. So they bought the car and it is with them. It's only solar car running in India on the streets. I make very challenging statement. So far, nobody has countered me. If anybody counters me, I'll be happy. I'm repeating it. Only solar powered car running on the streets of India. Then I applied my mind, since electrical cars are going to take some more time, whereas electrical two-wheelers and three-wheelers have come in a very, very big way. I traveled a lot in Orissa, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, not in the cities, not in the urban locations, 200, 300 kilometers away from the urban locations. Thousands of electrical three-wheelers and two-wheelers are running. The tragedy is they're all Chinese vehicles. Now only electrical two-wheelers are being manufactured in Bangalore, Coimbatore. Hero Motors is also manufacturing electrical two-wheeler scooter. It's now happening. I'm telling them for the electrical two-wheelers, same way the battery can be used using solar. So I developed a solar charging station. See, there's a panel, inverter and battery. Bring the vehicle, charging. This was done pre-COVID. During the last 6 months, further experimentation has been halted. It can be made a little more sophisticated for looking and all those things. More number of vehicles can be parked. They also can be charged. Now we get faster charging equipment that also can be attached to this. All those things are possible. The concept is use solar electricity for charging the battery, not the conventional grid power. This gives lots of employment potential, huge employment potential, and also self-generation, entrepreneurship opportunities.
Sorry to
Yes.
close the presentation and open it.
Pardon?
Close the presentation and share it again. Someone has people on the screen.
This one?
Yeah, no. Close your presentation and open it once again. Share it again.
Right from the beginning?
Yes.
No, let me finish it, then I'll go back.
Okay.
I'm almost at the end of it. Let me finish it, then I'll go back again. What is pending is wastewater recycling. It is pending in my house, but I implemented this in other houses. There are two types of water, grey water and black water. Grey water is what washing your hands, vessels, wash your clothes and all those things. Black water is your toilet water. I'm keeping that separately. But what I'm telling you can be done both for grey water and also black water. One person in Annanagar in Chennai, they have developed a herbal solution. You take the grey water, 1,000 liters, you add only 40 milliliters, that is 40 drops. Shake it very well, mix it very well. Within 1 or 2 hours, the entire sedimentation will settle down. The process is called flocculation. The top water is actually portable. But we have a mental block. Wastewater, how can we drink it? Okay, use it for secondary purposes. You can use it for gardening, washing your clothes, mopping, anything you can do. Every drop of water counts now. Next World War is going to be on water. Today, Tamil Nadu is getting water from Chennai, is getting water from Andhra, Kerala, and Karnataka. Sometimes they don't give it. I keep joking. Next, within Chennai, Keel Park, we have the water works where I live. We will not give to Mylapore or T Nagar. That is the kind of situation which is going to come. So wastewater recycling can be done. The cost of the treatment is just about 50 paise a liter. The only challenge is we need to collect the grey water in a tank, add this solution, mix it up very well. It will settle down. The top water, decant it in another tank, and from there use it. The sediment what settles down, that is nitrogenous fertilizer. You can scoop it out, use it for the garden. Both resources can be used. Now I'm coming to 1 or 2 generalizations. Important issue is execution execution, execution. People, I want to do it, I'm planning to do it, I'm thinking of doing it, doesn't make any difference unless you do it. I have an interesting joke here. One fellow goes to a traveling agent. He tells him, I'm planning to go to America, how much it will cost. The traveling agent tells him that it will not cost you anything. This fellow is surprised. He said, why? Sir, for planning it will not cost you. If you want to go, it will cost you. The message is, you got to execute the plan. If you want to travel, you must buy the ticket and you should travel. It's going to cost money. But only while execution, you'll face some problems, you have to find solutions. If you don't execute it, you will not find the results, you will not face problems also. It will look absolutely glorious on paper. Nothing happens. So I'm giving extreme importance for execution, execution, execution. There's an American Indian consultant in the USA called Ram Charan. He's a UP Bhaiya. He did not even know English when he went there. Today he is a consultant to people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Big daddies in the international scene. He is an advisor to them. His only philosophy is execution. He has written a book on execution. How you should execute. Don't think too much. Don't present papers. Don't talk too much. Okay, little bit of planning is necessary, but no paralysis with analysis. Execute. He told the government of India, abolish Ministry of Planning and have a Ministry of Execution. What the government did, first they abolished the Ministry of Planning. Now they have got Niti Aayog. The second part of it they are not followed, Ministry of Execution. If you listen to Nitin Gadkari, the minister, excellent person. He only talks about execution, execution, execution. There are problems. He said, find solutions. It fits in with me. I am a doer. I have no knowledge about whatever I have done. All those things. Yet I have done it. I give a couple of suggestions. Introduce these topics in the academics, in the universities, ITI, diploma is not there. There are postgraduates who write research papers on rainwater harvesting, renewable energy. They compare and all those things. I mean, that's also necessary. I'm not trying to decry research. It is necessary. But overemphasis is given on research. Lesser emphasis is given on execution. You must introduce these topics in architectural colleges, in civil engineers. I have attended architectural colleges. I have addressed them. They only know the terms. They don't even know what it means. Civil engineers, they don't know. It should be introduced as a topic. There's a good potential for self-employment and entrepreneurship. Huge potential is there. Now, what happens? Everybody is looking for a job either in a bank or in the IT industry. But why in a bank you get salary for doing nothing? In the IT industry, you sit in an air-conditioned atmosphere, you press the button, you get a solution. Here, physically, some work is involved. There's huge potential. When I say huge potential, people are not going to line up. A lot of work is involved. Couple of American companies came here. They are big daddies in the solar field. They miserably failed here because they knew how to do megawatt scale. They didn't know how to do rooftop scale. Sun Edison, Borg, they ran away. I faced some challenges when I started. Another negative perception. Why do you want to do it? What are you going to get it? A resigned attitude. What are you going to do it? Why do you want to do that? That was the kind of thing. Careless approach. Lack of awareness, especially solution. People didn't know. Today, I'm telling you what you should do. Today, you got Google. If you have any problems, you go to Google. 10, 15 years ago, when I want to do it, there's no Google. And nobody told me what I should do, how I can do it. I wanted to do it. But then I found my own solutions. Nothing stopped me. Lack of knowledge. I'm saying that lack of awareness, lack of knowledge. I'm highlighting this. Lack of inquisitiveness, motivation. How many people are motivated? You are walking on the street, you are seeing things. Can you apply your mind? Can you do it? Or I observed everything and I started doing it. So, lack of inquisitiveness. Lack of social entrepreneurship. Hundreds of opportunities. Question is, do we have the entrepreneurs to take them? Okay. There are several misconceptions, several myths, misconceptions, failure to understand something correctly. All dictionary meaning. Myths, a widely held but false belief. My role is, I'm trying to dispel all those things. I'm trying to clarify the doubts. I'm a one-man institution. I'm a one-man army. I'm not doing this commercially. I'm trying to spread the message. I also do the installations for people. I do it free of cost. I don't charge consultancy charges, and I don't take commission also from the vendors. You may ask me why you are doing it. Yes, for the passion of it. I've gained some experience. I'm sharing it. I don't lose anything by sharing my experience. In Hyderabad, I've done very good projects, 30 kilowatts in offices. There's one senior citizens home. How I overcome the challenges? I identify specialists. I went to them, you are a specialist. I want this solution. I want this problem. Please solve it for me. I don't know how to solve it. You solve it for me. So you are the specialist. I invested money. For example, solar, when I invested in January 2012, components were not available. Chinese panels were available at a cheaper price. I refused. I said, I will not buy anything Chinese just for the sake of cheaper price. What we don't make here, what is not available in the country, I'll buy Chinese. But if it's available in our country, even if it's expensive, I'll give only Indian. For the sake of cheapness, I will not buy Chinese product. Here in China, market forces don't operate. Market economics don't operate. Government takes a decision, which I am against it. So I said no. 95% all my products are all Indian. So when I wanted to install solar project in 2012, it took 5 years for me. No components are available. Nobody knew how to do it. I went to big daddies like Tata Solar and the BP Solar, Luminous. They were giving me brochures. I told them, boss, I don't want brochure. Can you come and do the installation? Finally, I managed to locate a local vendor. He had some knowledge. I had some knowledge. We put it together. My first 1 kilowatt cost me 3 lakhs. Today, you can do that at 65,000 rupees in Chennai, 45,000 rupees in Hyderabad. In Telangana, you get subsidy. In Chennai, you don't get subsidy. So I didn't do a specialist. I invested money. I didn't keep quiet. Solar panel, I invested money. Solar car, I invested money. Everything without looking for returns. I'm almost coming to the end of my presentation. This is one statement I make. Do not expect government to find the solutions. Find your own solutions. Why do you expect government to find the solutions? Why can't you do it? You touch your heart and say, what have you done for contributing to the society? What solutions you have found? Nothing. The easiest thing is complaining. So all of you have been complaining. I said, no, don't do that. John F. Kennedy, American president, 60 years ago made a famous statement. Ask not what the country can do for you, ask what you can do for the country. That's what I'm trying to say. Whatever I've done, I'm not taking any government's help. On the contrary, I'm happy and proud to say senior government officials from central government and state government, they all visited me. Tanjapur chairman, TEDA chairman, Army General from Delhi, Lieutenant General Upasni, he visited me. Our corporation chairman, they have visited me. They want my guidance now. They want me to be appointed as brand ambassadors to promote these concepts. Many people have got vague ideas, whereas I can clearly explain what they can do, what they should not do. So it's possible for you to do it. Do not expect the government to find the solutions, find your own solutions. We have a saying at Tamil in Chennai, do not curse darkness, light a candle. I'm adding light a solar. Finally, this might sound political. I'm keen to leave a better planet to the next generation. This is sustainability. I'm convinced about this statement. It's possible for us to, we have a duty, our generation has a duty to leave a better planet to the next generation. We cannot consume all the resources ourselves. Finally, a big thank to Sudhir, to NELG, and for all the participants to give me a patient hearing and listen to whatever I've done, what can be done, what should be done. I'll just take 2 minutes of your time. Now, this slide I've added, this is my contact details, my mail ID, my mobile number. There's one company in Hyderabad. They collect dry waste from individual houses and flats. Today, all the dry waste goes to landfills. These people collect it from individual households. So terms and conditions apply. As a customer, you don't segregate anything. It's all computerized operation. They give you barcoded bags to you. Put the waste into that. They employ people to segregate the waste. They aggregate it. They sell it as raw material to industries. Their tagline is not a single gram goes to landfill. Like plastics go to bitumen industry, they're for making roads. Thick plastics, cartons, they go to cement industry in the furnace. But Tetra packs, they make sheets out of that similar to plywoods. Aluminum foil, you are eating medicine, they extract aluminum. The batteries, use it for the remote and all those things. They extract carbon out of that. So much they are doing. It's based in Hyderabad. It's not a social organization. It is not a NGO. It is purely a commercial organization. Now we have started this in Chennai and Bangalore. I'm advising them on an honorary basis. I'm an honorary advisor. I got more than 250 registrations in Chennai in the last 6 months sitting at home. I've not stepped out of my house. Yet I've done it. So I'll go back to my first slide. Anybody who wants to ask questions, they can ask. But I'll go to some of the slides for people who are not seen it. This is my first slide. Second.
Free electricity for next 20 years, no power cuts, free food, free cooking gas, and free water. This house behind me is where all of these things are free. You don't believe me? We're back with another episode of Sustainable Homes, and this time we are in Chennai. We are here to meet a man named Solar Suresh. Interesting name, isn't it? His story is even more interesting than his name. So let's go meet him.
I found the various solutions.
Shall I fast forward this?
Solutions are very, very simple.
Yes, sir.
The common man can do it.
Shall I fast forward?
There's no rocket science.
No, sir.
It's economically feasible, practically doable. Technology is not rocket science, it's very, very simple.
Sir, we go for a question and answer, sir.
Yeah, please ask.
CS4, decibel.
Please ask. Let them see that. You ask the questions.
Yeah. So the good thing is you constructed the house first and then you started all these projects and you're successfully able to do. And second thing is you started way back when there is no Google or no information available online. And now you are the reference or now you are the library for all such kind of activities.
Yes.
So I know, what is the motivation behind of doing all this stuff?
There's no specific motive. There's no one-word answer. I've always been conscious about the society and what we can do about it. I used to travel a lot for my work in Germany. I saw rooftop plants in Germany. A country without sunshine, if they can do it, we cannot do it. That triggered my idea. Though it took 4 or 5 years for me to locate a vendor, finally I did it. So somebody came to see that. I asked him, what is he doing? He said, biogas. I asked him, boss, what is biogas? He explained to me. Can you install it in my house? Yes, you can install it in my house. So I did that. I got the organic manure. I started growing vegetables. And like that, one after the other projects followed. Absolutely.
Okay. Super, sir. Yeah, we'll take the question from Nilimaji. Please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Solar bhai.
Yes.
Suresh bhai.
Yes.
Nilma from Madras.
Nilma from Madras.
Yes.
Okay. Go
How are
ahead.
you? Okay.
Bilkul majamat. Tame kya cho?
Good. It's great to see your class, sir. It is amazing.
Good. Thank you. Kya, where do you stay in Chennai?
If you don't remember, Jayashree and I have the same car but with battery.
Oh, okay. Jayu. Okay.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Correct. Hey, Nilma Ben, I know you very well. You visited me, yes. So you don't ask question. Let others ask the question. She has got the same electrical car, Reva. She has visited me twice, thrice, along with her parents also.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go for next question. Pratap ji, ask your question.
Yeah. Good evening, Suresh bhai. Gratitude for the wonderful presentation. I have got some few queries. It is around 3 queries I have. I will go one by one. The first query is the various sequence when a person wants to go in for this type of a conversion, where at presently we are using all the the light and everything, which is with the government grid, the water supply and everything. And if I want to make a conversion to go into an eco-friendly living, what will happen to the existing installation that has been there? Or that is what, like right from as you've gone for a sequencing, like rainwater harvesting, the rooftop solar panels and all those, biogas, then, but there are existing what we have, will that be now been replaced, or how do I go about doing this scheduling and execution?
I'll answer. For solar, all your lights and everything will be as it is. Your wiring will be as it is. You don't do anything at all. Simply install the panel on the rooftop, bring the cable, connect to the inverter, and inverter from there you connect it to the mains. As and when your bulbs fuse, you replace it with LED bulbs. If you got ceiling fans, now you get DC fans, which consumes 50% of the electricity. All those conversion you can do it at your convenience. If you don't want to do it, leave it as it is. Nothing happens.
Okay.
All your equipment, including refrigerator, AC, washing machine, mixie, grinder, everything can be left as it is.
Sir, what about the lift in apartments, sir?
Lift in the apartments also can be used. We can use solar to run lifts. It's possible. I've done it in 2 projects in Chennai. There is an apartment with 300 apartment complexes. They got some 4 or 5 blocks. Each block we have installed, and all the lifts are working on solar. Now, new technologies are also coming up. We can make it more efficient now. It's possible. It is possible.
Okay. Yeah, Pratapji, your next question.
Yeah. So the second question comes in. The second question is, sir, is that what are the prerequisites? Like that must be definitely something needs to be done on the drawing board. Like what are the existing utilities that I'm using? What is the type of topography or the orientation of my house or a flat where I'm doing it? And what is the existing environment that I am facing around me? Like I'm staying in Mumbai. It has got a different, I'm facing towards the seaside. Then my requirements would be different. So how do I do this planning? And then I go into execution. And how do I know who are the suppliers for these type of activities and the costing that plays a vital role, sir?
I'll give all the answers. There's no orientation. We keep the panel in the east, north-south direction. It should be definitely a shadow-free area. If large buildings are there, the shadow is falling, nothing we can do about it. It should be a shadow-free area. Sun rays should fall on the panel. You can be in the sea coast. The entire Wankhede stadium is completely solar powered in Mumbai. The heavy rains in Mumbai. Okay. But when it rains also, it doesn't rain for 7 days. It rains for 2-3 days very heavily, then it stops. Wankhede Stadium, 40 megawatt, fully rooftop solar plant. Cochin Airport is fully solar powered. Cochin rains are very, very heavy. Bangalore Cricket Stadium is fully solar. Chinnaswamy Stadium. Bangalore also rains very heavily throughout the year. It rains. At least in Bombay, it rains only for 3 months, whereas Bangalore, it rains throughout the year. It is possible to do it. There's no drawing board, nothing. How many units you are consuming? That will give you a clue. 1 kilowatt gives you about 4 units a day. Suppose you are consuming 20 units a day, you need a 5 kilowatt panel. 1 kilowatt requires about 100 square feet area. 5 kilowatts means about 500 square feet shadow-free area in your terrace. That is all the requirement. No drawing board, no nothing. There are vendors available. We can get excellent vendors in Bombay. I can give some references. They will do the site inspection. They will give you a proposal. They will do the complete project, right from installation, connecting it, getting. You don't need any approvals from the electricity department up to 10 kilowatts. 10 and above, you need their approval. Below 10, you don't need their approval. If you go for net metering, then you need their approval because they will supply something known as a bi-directional meter. You are importing power, you are exporting power. Your present meters are only unidirectional. For that, you have to approach the electricity department. They will do the inspection, they will okay it, and then they will give the bi-directional meter. It's simply said, they harass you. It takes about 3 months, 6 months. The speed money is involved. All those things are there.
Yeah. So last question. So last query, sir. The last query. Thank you. Is that considering the biogas plant, the kitchen, the terrace roof kitchen you're talking about, plus the solar panel installation, rainwater harvesting, plus the forest and air to water generator, all this, it occupies a certain amount of space. as you know, the space is a constraint in our apartment or in our building. How much approximate would be the space square feet that these entire system, at the holistic point of view, would consume?
Bombay apartment complex, you cannot do biogas plant. So that is ruled out. Terrace kitchen garden, if others permit in the terrace, you can definitely do it. You can have even 100 square feet or 1000 square feet. It depends on 100 square feet, I put 10 pots. You got 1000 square feet, I put 500 pots. All those things are possible. Only there's no, depending on the space, you can, in the balconies, you can put 4 pots and start growing vegetables. You need sunshine for at least 2 to 3 hours a day. Look at a place, even in the balconies, you can put 4 or 5 plants and grow. I'm talking about growing vegetables. Many people are fond of flowers and all those things. No, I'm talking about vegetables. In Bombay, in your flat, in your balcony, you can grow vegetables. It's possible to do that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Sir, can you go to the last slide where many people are asking your contact details and email ID? Yeah, Srinivas Raju garu, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yeah, sir, I'm Srinivas Raju here. I have a small clarification required.
Yes, yes.
When you are taking the roof water, getting it filtered and using it.
Yes.
Normally, this comes only in the rainy season.
Yes.
And just we can collect only that time and use it, and majority of the time we may not be required it for garden and all those things during rainy season.
Yes.
So how this can be collected and used throughout the year? Is it possible?
So throughout the year, it is possible. Depends on what is the capacity you create. In Chennai, in one house, they created an underground tank for 2 lakh liters. 2 lakh liters, you can use that water for 8 months, 9 months. By the time the next monsoon starts. Depending on the space, below the ground, you can create a capacity.
But does it not generate again E. coli and all those things inside once it is collected?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
So can we store such a long time? Does it get spoiled?
No. Water never gets spoiled. Never. There's no aging for water. There's no aging for water. You can keep it even after 1 year, you can use that water. Absolutely. No smell generated, no water deteriorates, nothing happens.
It can be used for direct drinking water.
Yes, you can straight to it. It's a rainwater is the purest form of water. Some impurities in the terrace. See, we take some minor precaution. Before the monsoon, I clean the terrace. First 1 day's rain, I let it out. There's an outlet. I let out the water. The balance water, I take it to I got a well, so I take it in my well. In the rainy season, especially 2015 floods, 2016 floods, we had Varda cyclone and things like that. My well was overflowing. One information I forgot to give what Mr. Sudhir mentioned. During Varda cyclone day, 6 days the power was cut off in the entire city. All the lamps, they are all fallen down, transformers are fallen down, they have to repair it. I had power for all the 6 days. Every day evening I was switching off all my lights. A sadistic pressure for the neighbors to see. See, I have the lights and you don't have it. The world only the TV advertisement. Neighbors envy, owners pride. I felt like that. But even after doing it, my neighbors, not a single person has installed solar. Now they've done about 30-40 installations. I've done Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. Very interesting incident. 2 months back, one lady called me from Himachal Pradesh. How can I do it? It's a cold country. There's a lot of snow. I said, when Germany can do it, you can do it. I motivated her. I got a local vendor. I guided him. She has installed 1 kilowatt on a tiled rooftop. Fantastic. Last 2 months, working very, very, very well.
Okay. Yeah. Raghav garu, please unmute yourself and ask the questions.
I'm expecting one question. If people don't ask, then I'll ask myself.
Yeah. Sir, it was amazing. Sir, when can we visit? At what time? Because this time is a very pandemic situations, right? So
I still allow visitors 1 or 2 in a day. Yeah. Earlier I should get bulk 200, 300 people used to come. School, colleges, Rotary clubs, factories, corporates, but now I take 1 or 2. Anytime you can just call me and come. Note down my number.
Because I am from Hyderabad, sir. So I need to plan because.
Otherwise, you give a call and come. Whenever you come to Chennai, you are
Okay,
always
sir.
welcome. Or if you are specifically coming to see that, you call me and come. No issue at all. I'll be
Sir,
happy.
anytime, any calling times means
No. 24
free time. Your free time.
24 by 7 by 365.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Middle of the night, 2 o'clock, you can call me. For that, you want to get about 2 o'clock.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, first, please send an email.
In Hyderabad, 1 minute, sir. In Hyderabad, I've installed the solar. I've installed this air-to-water machines. I've installed the terrace kitchen garden in Hyderabad, in Mitchell, in Jubilee Hills, in Begumpet.
Yes, sir. I can collect those references and here
Yes, you want to see that,
local.
I can organize to see that. Yes, it's
Yes,
possible for you to see. Yeah, you don't have to come
Sure,
to
sir.
Chennai. Yeah,
Sure, sir.
I installed a
Thank you so
biogas
much.
plant in Hyderabad in the police academy.
Okay.
Appa, okay. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sir,
One question, one critical question I was asked, I am expecting.
so in the apartments, what are these things possible, sir?
Apartments, everything is possible, but you need your other neighbors' cooperation, which you will not get it. Technologically, all these things can be done. Solar also can be do it. There, what happens? I will not do it. I will not allow you to do it. That unfortunately, that is the attitude. There, nothing can be done about it. There, only
Yeah.
and in fact, I keep telling people, you install one, let them go to the court, let them go to court. It will take 25 years. That's all. Or hit them on the head. What is it? Are they not installing satellite TV antennas on your rooftop, on the apartments? Have they taken anybody's permission? You allowed them, no?
Yes.
And then you say, I'm going to put my solar plant. Let anybody take any objection. If they want to dry their leave, they say we want to dry our clothes. It's okay, we can elevate the plant and do it. It's going to cost extra couple of thousand rupees for elevating the panels. I keep joking, you hold a party, invite me, I'll come and attend the party. You can hold a party also on a terrace. The fellows who have not gone to the terrace in the last 30 years, they say, I want to dry my clothes. We'll say that just for the sake of saying it.
Yeah. So I still remember I had to convince my apartment people for 9 months to have a rainwater harvesting pit.
They're idiots. You call me, I'll come. You have a meeting like this, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything at all. You're going to save water. First of all, you need water and you are going to save water. First, you are going to benefit yourself. Then only society. I'm not talking about contribution to society at all. First, talk about yourself. You are going to save water for yourself. People say Madras is water deficient. I said, no. I've not bought a single tanker in the last 30 years. I've not bought a single bottle of water in the last 30 years. There's enough water.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kishorji, your next question, please.
Yes, sir, that was a very enlightening presentation. My question is with regard to converting black water into usable water. What is that substance that you mentioned that converts black water through the process of flocculation?
There's an herbal solution. Somebody is making it in Chennai. Please see the website. Go to Google and ask for Eco Health Products. Eco Health Products. That herbal solution.
Eco Health.
Eco Health Products.
All right, sir. I got it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You are telling about your question.
Sir, in the solar plant, everybody will ask me question, what is the return on investment? We are investing so much. What is the returns we are getting? First thing, I'll hit them on the head. Don't ask this question. You are installing equipments like air conditioner, washing machine, mixie. Do you ever calculate TV? Do you ever calculate return on investment? Can you calculate return on investment for your air conditioner? You cannot do it. At least TV you can do it. I'm watching 4 movies. 5 family members are watching per month. We are saving 200 rupees per ticket. You can do that calculation. In the washing machine, you can do. I'm washing 10 clothes per day. I save 3 rupees per cloth. My washing machine costs 10,000 rupees. We can do that calculation. But in solar, you don't do it at all. But there are several benefits. Even then, on paper, you can do the calculation. The payback period comes to about 6 to 7 years, but then the project becomes free after 6 years. For the next 15 years, your project is free for you. Company. Okay, so that is the logic.
Okay. So one more question is, how much is the cost of the solar car?
No, this is just a trial. It cost me about 5 lakhs.
Okay.
To produce a full-fledged solar car will cost at least about 50 crores investment, 50 to 100 crores investment is required.
Okay. Yeah. Another question is, biogas needs a cow dung or kitchen waste. Both are okay.
Cow dung is then only for the first day. I fed the cow dung 8 years back on the first day. After that, I not fed cow dung at all. Then you need only kitchen waste. That's nothing else.
Yeah. So one more question is, for terrace gardening, you said no, don't use the plastic grow bags and use the pots.
Yes.
So any specific model or any design, or it doesn't increase
It's
the.
all available in the market. Any pot you can take it. Any mud pot. Regular pots are all available. Different sizes.
Cement pot also is okay, sir.
Pardon? Cement pot also.
Okay. Okay.
Go for ordinary mud pots. Mud pots are available, different sizes and different capacities. Go for regular mud pots. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. I think we covered all the questions.
So there's one person in Hyderabad, in Banjara Hills, my classmate, is growing mango tree in pots.
Oh, okay.
Mango tree in pots. No, they're all higher end. They're all very sophisticated technology and all those things. Not for a common man, but still I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. I think we completed all the questions and in the YouTube live and the group chat as well. So any further questions, we'll take it. Otherwise, we can conclude this today's webinar. And most importantly, this is the first webinar from Suresh ji, and this is only the introduction. And as we discussed with him, and he can talk hours together, not hours, years together. He can talk on the solar and the water harvesting and all the stuff. And in the future webinars, we are going to have detailed discussions, minute level discussions,
Yes.
to get more information, more insight, more execution, more motivation.
Yes.
With this, we conclude this today's webinar. Thank you all. Thank you everyone for joining us today's webinar.